a girl who finds true love of going to like a little ball. So it's my favorite book because like ever since I was little, my mom read it to me, and it started like getting in my mind, and then it's like my favorite princess. So like I read it all the time to like make me feel better about myself.
My favorite children's story is Green Eggs and Ham by Dr. Seuss because every time I read it, I had a different picture in my head, and it really gave me a sense of imagination.
My favorite children's story is actually not a story, so to speak. It's more of a nursery rhyme, and it comes from what I always remember from the nursery treasury, and it's called "Sing a Song of Sixpence." And it was a little song that my mom and Dad would sing to me when I was younger, and I always kind of remembered it.
We want to like relate to them, and we also want them to be like funny or like entertaining at the same time.
When I was a kid and I read stories, I usually looked for something that could make me think, something that could make me imagine something else.
I think what children look for in stories, but I think is something that a lot of people look for when they're reading something, is they look for an escape from like what they go through every day in real life. I mean, you can like really get lost in a book and get absorbed by everything that's happening that you completely forget what's going on in your life and you're just focusing on the story and the characters.
I'm in special ed, but like my reading level was at a 4th grade and I was 7th grade. But since I kept on reading and reading, like my grades went up and my reading level went up.
Reading is really important because it expands your mind, you know, and reading is really the basis of communication and it's the basis of learning.
Illustrations are important because before you can read, like when you're really small and before you learn how to read, it's helpful to be able to see what your parents are talking about because you correlate like what they say to the picture, and then, you know, like they say 3 blind mice and then you're actually looking at a picture of 3 blind mice and then, oh.
It's important for there to be, well, it's not like a necessity, but it's actually really helpful if there are pictures and illustrations in books, especially for kids, because a lot of times now, like older people, they can like imagine how a character looks like or what they're doing or how the place looks like.